Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Seebacher, and in this video we're going to go over the geometry syllabus. So on this slide, this is just Valley STEM's mission statement, which will be upheld in this class. I personally have a passion for creating a learning environment that is both collaborative and student-centered. So students will often be working in groups to develop concepts on their own, and then use these concepts to solve real-world problems. Here are some of the topics that we will cover in geometry this year. As for supply, students will need to bring their Chromebook charged and ready to go every day. They will also need a 3-ring binder that is just for math. We're going to be super organized about our binders this year, so it's very important that that binder is just for math, not for any other subject. Students will also need 5 tab dividers to go in the binder, a pack of index cards, pencils, and highlighters. So if you have any concerns about obtaining a binder for your student or any other supply on this list, please don't hesitate to let me know. As for calculators, it is not required that students have their own handheld calculator for this class. Most of the time we use Desmos. It's a graphing calculator which is on the Chromebook, and it's the same calculator that is built into that end of course geometry exam or that air test. If your student does want their own handheld calculator, I recommend the one here on the screen. There is the name of it, and they can be found at Walmart. They're about $10. But just know that purchasing your own calculator is not mandatory. There will be times this year when we use a flipped classroom model. So basically what a flipped classroom is the students will be assigned a video that they need to watch at home or in study hall for homework that explains a concept to them. That way, when the students are in school, we can apply the concept and really make the most of the 40-minute class periods that we have. It allows us more time to get down into the STEM lab and go into our makerspace and integrate the use of technology into our geometry class and take our geometry concepts and apply them in the lab. So here on this slide, there are just some benefits of a flipped classroom model. It's super important that students watch videos when they are assigned. Oftentimes the videos will be content and the students need to watch them to have prior knowledge necessary to complete the day's lesson. So if a student does not watch the video when it is assigned, they will be lacking that prior knowledge that they need to be successful in the lesson. We will do mastery tracking this year, so students will complete a pre-test and a post-test for each topic that we go over. They will track their mastery of the content standards as the year progresses. So these pre and post assessments will be in formats that mirror questions and mirror the formats that students will see on the Ohio State Air Test, that end of course geometry exam. Because this is a tested subject and the students will take an end of course geometry exam in the spring, a state test. After every chapter or unit, students will have a graded group assignment to complete. Sometimes it will be like a quiz, a project, it can be many different things, but there will be one team graded assignment for each unit. If students are absent on the day of the graded group assignment, which they will know ahead of time when it's going to happen, they are required to complete that assignment individually. All right, our STEM expectations, some expectations across the board here in STEM: no food in the classrooms and no drinks other than water. Students are not permitted to go on their cell phones. Everything they need to do for class can be done on paper and pencil or on their Chromebook. So headphones are also not permitted unless stated by the teacher. This includes just wearing AirPods. So when students are in class, their cell phone should be away in their backpack or in their pocket so it's not a distraction. And their headphones or AirPods should not be in their ears. This goes along with my cell phone policy. My cell phone policy is cell phones are not permitted to be used during class. Being on your cell phone during class will result in a formal write-up. So I want to make sure that both students and parents and family members are aware of this policy and of the fact that a formal write-up will happen for cell phone use during class, and I am strict on this. Everything that we need or that we do in class will be posted on Google Classroom. So students, you need to make sure that you have joined Google Classroom and that your notifications are turned on, so you're notified when I post a new material or assignment. Parents and family members are encouraged to join Google Classroom, so if you would like more information about this, please do not hesitate to reach out to me and I will get you joined into your student's Google Classroom. When we leave the classroom this year, STEM is using a digital hall pass. So this digital hall pass is a Google form that is posted on each teacher's Google Classroom. So when students are leaving the classroom for any reason, whether it be to use the restroom, to go to the counselor, to go see another teacher for help during study hall, they are required to fill out the digital hall pass, both when they leave the classroom and when they re-enter. In my class, students must still ask permission to leave the room before they complete the digital hall pass and leave. Only one student is allowed out of class at a time. The grading scale we use in this class is the one outlined in the school handbook, and Progress Book does round grades up. So if you see, I have a little graphic here of the school handbook grades, so 90 to 100 is an A, 89 to 80 is a B, and so on. So what I mean by Progress Book does round grades up, if you earn a 79.5% in this class, you would get a B on your report card. However, if you earn a 79.4%, you would receive a C. So 0.5 or higher for your percentage rounds up, 0.4 or lower does not. For grades and geometry, students will often have the opportunity to redo certain assignments in order to reach mastery. Redoing this assignment allows for true learning to happen instead of just looking at it, saying, oh, I didn't do very well on that, and then putting it away and not learning anything from your mistakes. So because of this, I rarely, if ever, offer extra credit. If you do and redo the assigned credit in this class, you will not need extra credit to get the grade that you want. So, oftentimes you will be able to redo assignments, redo them every chance that you get. If you're absent, again, everything we do is posted on Google Classroom each day. If there are any papers or handouts, they are in your respective class folder on the absent board, and you can retrieve them when you come back. These are just some emergency procedures that we will go over in class, what to do in case of fire, if there's a tornado, or if there's a lockdown situation. So my goal is to ensure that every student has a positive experience with mathematics and Valley STEM this school year. Family members, you will be required to fill out a syllabus acknowledgement Google form that your student can help you find on their Google Classroom to acknowledge that you have read or listened to this syllabus and that you are aware of everything that's listed in it. Here is my contact information, and please feel free to contact me at any time. Communication with you is important to me, and it's vital to your student success in this class.